YouTube Nation, it's for your success. Your favorite hiking professor, Dr. Brandon for. That's a really big map. Creed is very far from here. What it's really trying to tell you is we are on our way to San Luis Peak from the Stewart Creek Trailhead. Here I am. And boy, oh boy, this is a very isolated hike. Nearly 25 miles of dirt road to get to the trailhead. It's early in the morning. Calling for a beautiful day, although a 50% chance of thunderstorms, which means it's going to happen probably after noon. So you'll see the other side of the ridge here. It is nothing but dead pine trees. Now, if you're a regular watcher of my videos, thank you if you are, you rock. This is an all too common thing now. Oh, there's a beaver dam. So, I am no expert in pine trees. That's not my doctorate. These trees have been dying because of the pine beetle. And like I said, I am no expert, but two of the big constraints on pine trees is lack of water and heat. And so that pine beetle just burrows in, kills the tree, and moves on to a new one. Now, I'm not saying that all those trees are dead because of that, but driving up to this trailhead, what's happening is the pine areas are dying off and it is being replaced by aspen. Case in point, you can see all the pine through here. I'm breaking through the remainder patches of trees. You can see the summit. That's not what you think. It's the summit in the background. That's San Luis Peak. I'm at 12.6. And remember, that is not the summit, it's behind it. But to get up, I've got to go through here and I'll zigzag and head up to that ridge. All right, I'm approaching 13. You see the peak in the background. By the way, it was 45 degrees when I started hiking today. It's probably in the low 50s. And what an awesome day to be outside. Boy, after hiking some pretty rough 14ers, this is a welcome reprieve. It's gonna be class 1 all the way to the summit. I hiked yesterday Mount Sneffels. That was steep. Okay, really steep. So it's just great to be outside. This is a very isolated hike, so you just won't see a lot of people on it. And I'm totally digging it. The remaining route, I'm at about 13.5. Just like yesterday, it's smoky. "12 active fires in Colorado alone. Not to mention all the smoke we're getting from the California fires too. San Luis Peak, 14,000. 14 feet. You can see the trail that I took to come up. One little cloud just starting to make its way on the high ridge. Took me 2 hours and 32 minutes to summit today. What a beautiful day to be on top of San Luis Peak. Peak number 11 for the year. And 81 total. If it was super clear, you could see some 14ers way off in the distance, and you kinda can. But visibility is probably 25 miles at best. But I have the summit to myself. One lone hiker I passed coming up, my guess is he is somewhere between 65 and 70. Hiking is for all ages, folks. Boy, it's been a while since I did a class 1 to the summit. It feels great! It's so nice not having to scramble like a maniac to get to the top of the mountain. But even though it's smoky today, it's just incredible to be up here. What a true blessing. My legs were feeling it today after hiking Sneffels yesterday, I can assure you. So I think I'm going to relax here for a little bit on the summit, enjoy my beautiful morning, and then I'll just start heading back slowly. And I want to point out that bad boy already. Now I think I'm going to be fine, and I do tend to move fast, but it is remarkable how quickly weather can change. You can see some people hanging out up at the summit. One of the constant questions I get asked is, what should be my first 14er? By the way, that question gets asked everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to all of them. Seriously, this is a fantastic first hike. The reason why it's not a first hike for a lot of people is how isolated it is. I mean, you got to drive on a dirt road for 20 plus miles. But rest assured, it's a 14er. There will be people hiking it, and I've seen quite a few on the trail today. And what a great first hike it is. Class 1, one trail. You really can't get lost. For those of you who are worried about getting lost, you really can't. Don't put me up to that challenge. Some of you got amazing skills in getting lost. Don't do that. But it is just one trail, and a beautiful one it is. By the way, it is raining. So in the span of 25 minutes, we went from no clouds to rain. Now, it's just little sprinkles here and there. Nothing to be worried about, and I don't hear any thunder. Not yet, but it will happen today. It just goes to show how fast things can change in higher altitude and elevations. It was also warm today. I mean, it was in the 50s and probably close to 60 on the summits. And then it got cloudy, and it's probably in the low 50s right now. I'd like to make a correction. It's actually kind of raining, but it's also sleeting / hailing. As you can hear it hit the ground. This just proves all the lessons I teach you about how fast weather can change. It is still pretty early in the morning, and you can just see things are changing rapidly. So you notice these trees are alive, unlike a lot of the other pine. That's because these are bristlecone. A lot harder to kill and way, way older. Some of the oldest bristlecone forests are in Nevada, Great Basin National Park, and the Spring Mountains just outside of Las Vegas. And now we leave some bristlecone. And you can see the devastation that the pine beetle has done. Shouldn't be too much longer now on finishing up this hike. Well, I'm almost at the end of the hike and the sun's come back out. It's still pretty cloudy over the mountains though. And by the time it hits afternoon, I expect a lot of precip to be happening, but I am nearly done. San Luis Peak. What a great adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. 14 or 11 this year, 81 in the last 10 years. As a reminder, this is the Stewart Creek Trailhead. All this information is very accessible online. Share this with friends and family and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And of course Twitter and Instagram. Because you know I'm your favorite hiking professor for your success, Dr. Brandon 4. Appreciate what we've got, folks. Get out and explore your world. Nothing like Colorado in the summer. I'm signing off for now. Take care, and I'll see you soon.